Good morning, bro. I'm on the stand-up desk today, so I'm like stood up getting extra steps in through the day. Randomly start shadowboxing. So, I used to have brain fog basically every day of my life. How this feels is you will have these pockets where you feel like your brain, your cognition really works well. You're able to study, to remember things. You're able to learn really well. You're able to read and actually comprehend what you're reading. But often you'll have multiple times like these pockets through the day where it just feels like your brain is just so tired, fatigued, and foggy that you can't do any of those things. That's usually when you do your bad habits, because you're often not going to do your bad habits like scrolling, wasting time, video games, porn, when your brain is very sharp. It's not like you're never going to be there at the end of a 24-hour fast and you've not ate any bad food in a long time and then decide it's a good idea to go basically start drugging yourself with porn or anything. It's those times when you have brain fog. That's when you feel that you can't study anymore, you can't work on your business anymore, so you need to take time off. Productively, when I have that feeling, that's when I go and like learn. And I don't feel like I can script videos or record, but I'll just go like learn, watching long videos on YouTube, or I'll read books. And even then it feels a little bit difficult on those times. So if we improve this for you, this will actually relieve the constraint on your life. Chances are this is actually the bottleneck of your life, the brain fog that you get. If we can make this 10% better over your entire life, that's worth at least like $1 million. So in this video, I'm going to give you $1 million worth of value, and I'm going to break down exactly how I've been able to overcome the brain fog that I've had for my entire life. I think the most important thing, which I've said in previous videos of this series, is diets. When I had this brain fog that basically made me into like someone who's mentally disabled, like I struggled all the way through school. If you were able to watch me from the outside in my classroom, you would have literally saw me as like this kid who you knew for a fact I was eating carbs, I was eating dirty food, I was eating sugar, I basically had like ADHD, I was playing video games, my mind would just flip up. Randomly, I'd start getting anxious because I'd get a thought about something that happened 5 years ago. I wouldn't be able to focus on class, the teacher's saying something and it's almost like a mumble up until I'm really trying to pay attention, and she'll scream at me and then I'm getting traumatized again. Come home. What was I having for dinner? Just guess. Imagine little skinny fat brown me with low testosterone and brain fog. What were my parents giving me for dinner when I was that age? Chicken nuggets, pizza, fish fingers, ketchup. That was my dinner basically every day of my teenage years. My parents did try to make me eat more of the sort of authentic Asian food, chicken and rice and stuff, and I never really had the palate for it. So eventually my mom just caved in and started getting me like the Western food that I like to eat. And so every single day, pizza, chicken nuggets, all that horrible stuff. And then also like my mom started buying like all the desserts and bakery cookies and everything, and so I'm eating that, and I had almost no sense of control. And when you eat that stuff, when you have like this low quality food, when it digests in your stomach, that's when you have some weird like blood glucose, blood sugar response, which basically makes your brain like less capable. And I was experiencing this every single day. So the first thing that I want you to think about right now of what you could improve on is think about your diets, and don't instantly just think to yourself, oh yeah, my diet's really good. Don't think that. And don't just think to yourself, yeah, I feel like shit now. Yeah, he's right, my diet's really bad. Don't think it like that either. Think to yourself right now, what is one thing that you could change with your diet today? I'm not asking you to change your entire diet and to get onto the carnivore diet. I will speak about that soon. But if there's one change that you could implement today that you realistically could imagine you will do today so that this video is actually going to serve you and give you some kind of real life results, what would it be? Just one change. It could be as simple as literally, let's say you've got like a trash diet right now, the pizza, ketchup, fish fingers, whatever. The one thing you could say is like, oh, well, I won't have ketchup today because that's got some sugar in it. I just have everything the same, but I won't have ketchup. If you just did that, you'd make significant progress just today. So what could it be for you today? Because many young guys, when I try and give them advice on diets, they just start coping and pretending it's like a harder thing than usual, and they drop their hands, little low testosterone little face, and they'll go like, oh, but my parents cook the food so that it's hopeless. And I'm just thinking like, bro, don't speak to me like a little bitch. Don't say, oh, it's hopeless, but my parents cook the food, Hamza, but in India the food's too expensive. I'm not asking you to change everything. What's one reasonable thing that you could like change today? Maybe when your parents give you the food and there's something which is healthy in the food, like for example, the chicken, and there's something that's not so healthy, like for example, the naan bread or some shit. Maybe you have a little bit less of the unhealthy thing today and you have a little bit more of the meat. Simple as that. And this way your parents aren't annoyed at you. There's always an actionable step that you can take today if you don't have like a pussy mindset when you just get like proper sad and you go like, oh, but my parents cook the food, so there's nothing I can do. Guess I'll just go back to eating the same food because Hamza's advice isn't going to work for me. Implement one change that you can make towards your diet. And I really do think for a lot of guys, you would find you will be amazed if you just got onto the carnivore diet. I'm not really on it anymore because of that detox protocol that I'm going through. Like basically some guys like running me through this detox thing, and I have a kind of like a different diet. It's still, I've got like quite a lot of meat and everything, but there's more other things as well. But in terms of getting rid of brain fog, getting onto the carnivore diet was the single biggest thing that helped me. The carnivore diet is where you literally just eat meat. It's the kind of diet which your mother wouldn't want you on because she'll just get scared because her fat doctor convinced her that this isn't the right way to eat. You literally just eat meat. No fruit, no veg, no carbs, no nothing else. Literally just meat. No sides, no sauces, just meat. You just eat meat. It sounds unsafe, it sounds unhealthy. That will be the best your brain has ever been in your entire life. You might, for the first time in your life, realize what it's like to actually be a normal, healthy human being. That's exactly what happened to me. The first time in my life, like when I got onto carnivore diet earlier this year, that little fucking annoying monkey mind, the inner critic, gone. That brain fog, especially at 2 p.m., 3 p.m., gone. Extra 2-3 hours of productivity per day. That's the extreme elimination diet where you're literally just eating meat. Some guys will change the rules and they'll do animal products. I changed the rules slightly and I was allowing like dairy, and I was having like a little bit of cheese with it. I was having eggs. You can change the rules slightly and maybe even go more towards keto, and a lot of people still have a huge benefit when they go on keto instead of carnivore. Keto is you can have basically anything that's just protein and fat. You're just not going to have carbs. When you go on keto, for a lot of people, you'll get rid of this brain fog that you're feeling. Most people don't really realize because they've never had the blood testing, but I think a lot of people are very sensitive towards carbs without actually knowing it, because honestly, most people have never had a blood test before. I wonder if I can try and find the one that I got. It was quite a while ago, but it was like a genetic testing, and they just took my blood, my saliva, came back with a massive report, and in the diet section they actually said that I was carb sensitive. And so I think this is why I do a lot better without complex carbs. I seem to have fruit, and it's pretty okay. It's nowhere near as good as carnivore, but it's like I'm still functioning, I'm still fine. Like I'm having fruit now. I'm having sweet potatoes as well in this current diet. But in terms of maximizing like your brain clarity, if you just try keto or carnivore and you go cut out the carbs, you'd be very surprised at how good it'll be. I'm sure there'll be people in the comments supporting you right now who are saying like what it was like for them when they got onto this diet. Other things that have helped me, it's not going to seem like the kind of answer that you might have thought I was going to give you here, but because this isn't biological, we're going to talk about psychological, is something called death by 1,000 cuts. So this is really good advice if you're a student or an entrepreneur. I mean, really any kind of like, if you're trying to get success in this modern day and you're pissed off by the fact that your brain isn't working that well, death by 1,000 cuts might help you. So this is the concept is, a lot of people think the reason why they're not productive is because they get distracted by something big. They think that there's basically big things that are stopping you from being successful. Actually, the truth is that there's small things, but there's 1,000 of them. I guarantee, this is going to be a slap in the face for you, but I guarantee, bro, when me and you wake up, you do at least 50 more things in the morning before getting to work than I do. This is why I probably make like 100 times more money than you right now, maybe even more than that. Again, sound like a dick? Oh yeah, go click off the video if you've got a small dick. Otherwise, look at this with some fucking inspiration, with some respect for yourself, and think, how the fuck does he make that much more money than me? What is he doing there? Like, you should get slightly pissed off, but not at me, but at like yourself and at the world, thinking, okay, what the fuck am I doing wrong? If there's someone who, like, realistically, I could compete with, realistically, I should be able to get like a reasonable level of his success. Why is he making 100 times more money than me? The reason why is because I have eliminated the 1,000 cuts that plague most other people. The 1,000 cuts, what it symbolizes is like small things, almost like a paper cut, small things that end up killing your focus, your productivity. The samurai doesn't die with like one massive, like, you know, I know that his enemy like plunges his sword deep into his belly. He dies from 1,000 little cuts all over his body. This is what's happening to you. There probably isn't one very clear big problem that you're having right now. Maybe there is. Maybe you're watching this and you're like, just completely new to self-improvement. You've still not even disabled your notifications on your phone because you don't respect yourself. You still have those little fucking noises on your phone going off. You keep your phone on loud mode. You don't keep your phone on do not disturb. That's like level 0. I don't assume any of those people who are like that have currently watched 11 minutes of this video, because they don't usually have the attention span for something like this. If you're watching this far, I'm assuming you've done level 1 things, which is like your phone's basically always on do not disturb mode. Your phone is on silent. Your phone's notifications are disabled. This is like level 1 of self-respect. I sound like a massive asshole in this video, but it is really the truth. And I really wish I was watching these videos 3-5 years ago, especially when I was trying to become an entrepreneur after I graduated. I wish someone talked to me with a little bit of aggression and like looked at me with almost disgust and said, like, don't you respect yourself? Why the fuck did your phone just go off when you were working? Like that's such a weird concept to me now. Your phone going off when you're trying to work. What a fucking middle finger to the face that is from yourself. It's like looking into the mirror and just like being racist to yourself. It's the same thing. It's like it's literally self-harm. It's like slapping yourself in the face. It's for idiots. It's for weirdos. And literally probably 50% of the views on this video right now are from guys who haven't even taken this first step. They're like nodding their heads along to this. Oh, another Hamza W. Without actually taking this first step. As I say these words right now, disable your fucking phone notifications. Figure out what is the random 10 things that's happening when you wake up before you go and start your like big work task for the day. Do you wake up and check your phone? Don't bullshit yourself, do you? Do you see any kind of notifications on there, do you? Oh, I'm just gonna have a quick a shit and you know, I've got to take my phone with me, right? And then you start scrolling, okay, you're replying to messages. You know, the moment you've checked your phone in the morning, if you've seen a single notification, I promise you, you've literally lost 50% of your potential that day. I promise you, after doing this stuff for years, I know for a fact that this is true. If you've seen your phone first thing in the morning, you've lost 50% of your potential. That day where you wake up and you don't even look at your phone, there's no notifications on there, you don't even go on it at all, and you go onto your computer with everything like, you know, silence turned off, moved away, and you just go and work on that hard task that you've been procrastinating on. That is your potential. And you're so far away from that on the day that you wake up, and the first thing that you do, like a total Jeffrey, even though you convince yourself you're not in the Jeffrey stage anymore, you still see the notifications on your phone because you think I'm being weird. You think I'm being like extreme when I tell you to disable the notifications. This is why you're struggling. This is why your parents will continue needing to work in the shit jobs, because you can't retire them. How much longer are you willing to wait? For many of the guys who are watching this video, they'll keep waiting. And how pathetic and sad and miserable that existence will be to not live to your potential. Even if you haven't found like your purpose, your mission, but even if you're in the education system or you're trying to build a business right now, you need all of the brain points that you can get. You need to destroy, like you need to heal from these 1,000 random cuts that you're giving to yourself. No one else is doing this to you. This isn't fucking Andrew Tate's bullshit. Oh, the Matrix. No one, E-Man's fucking puppet man. No one's doing this. The Matrix is you on yourself. The puppet master is you like a dickhead with yourself. There isn't no like any real fucking enemy. It's literally just you refusing to press 7 buttons on your phone right now to disable the notifications and put your phone on do not disturb and keep it there forever. My phone has been on do not disturb for 3.5 years straight. This is why in the last 3.5 years you have seen my success skyrocket from a guy who started on fucking government welfare. I started at the same or even below you 3 years ago. Why have I got here when you haven't? It's because you think it's something else. You think it's like some cute little business model. You keep flipping around business model to business model when it's simply putting your phone on silent. It's meditating for 5-10 minutes a day. It's figuring out what are these random things that are causing like a little cut in you. When you wake up, do you have to decide what to wear because you were too lazy last night to prepare something? Do you eat first thing in the morning, cereal or some shit? You checking your phone, you checking your emails, you go on your computer, okay, quick video to start my day. Oh, where's that thing? Where's my water bottle? Where's the other thing? I've got to go find it. Okay, go on, go do that. Oh, it's time for school now. Oh, it's too late for me to work now. It's time to go hit the gym now. Oh, let's go hit the gym. And oh, there's a girl over there. I might go approach her and stuff. Okay. Oh, okay, messages on my phone. Yeah, I'm being productive. Yeah, discipline. Yeah, it's pathetic. It's actually pathetic the way that most people are living right now. If you're watching this part of the video, this means 16 minutes in of an unedited video, this means you genuinely have probably a top 5 to top 10% attention span of the entire world. That proves your potential. This proves that you are not like most other people. You see my eyes during this video. You see that I'm not bullshitting about these things. You see that I'm in total presence because I implement these things myself. If you had my phone number, you called me, you wouldn't hear my phone go off. If you randomly grabbed my phone on a random day, you'd see that it was on do not disturb mode and it was on silent mode. If you ever saw me in real life, you would see that I implement these exact same things that I tell you to. You'll never see my phone in my pocket. I'm always holding it with my right hand, always. You'll never see me wake up and check notifications first thing because I'm starting work straight away. You implement these things, you will destroy that brain fog. This isn't about any kind of cute little YouTube Chrome extension that you'd love for me to link in the description for you. This isn't about any fucking cool, cute little mobile app that all these productivity YouTubers end up talking about, where it's like, oh, the forest app, and you can plant the tree, and if you stay focused, and the tree, just shut up, stop. You don't need the fucking little Pomodoro, the perfect Pomodoro app on your, you don't need that stuff. You just need to wake up and remove all of those distractions that are stopping you from just sheer like output from yourself into your craft, into your work, like I'm doing here. If there's something that's distracting you from that, it needs to go. It needs to be moved. You need to have the self-discipline to be able to move that later on in the day. This isn't to say that you can't check your phone. This isn't to say that you can't check your messages. You can't reply to people. Of course you can. But do that later. Don't do it before you're about to do your big work task. This way, when you're about to do that work that means everything for you, you're going to bring the best part of your like uninfiltrated brain to it. That's going to be like a solid 10-20% improvement to your work if you just follow the advice in this video. If this reduces your brain fog by 10 or 20% for the rest of your life, you've literally just gained like $1 million of value in this video. I apologize if I hurt your, actually, I don't really apologize if I hurt your feelings. I'm sorry if you feel bad, because that's just a sign of like you weren't raised to be masculine because you were probably raised by like a single mother and your father was always away. So I'm not sorry for like shouting or anything. But sometimes you really do need that fucking tough love, don't you? Because like you need, some people, like, you know, they think that I'm an asshole when I talk like that. The truth is, one of the biggest gifts that I can give you is that masculine thunderbolt, that shock of criticism. Because the modern world's not doing this for you, is it? Everyone gets the participation trophy. Everyone's a star. No, don't worry, you didn't fail. You just didn't pass. Some bullshit like that. Oh, like, you know, everyone gets the, what's that shit called? Participation trophies and everything. Sometimes you need another man to almost shout in the way that it shocks you, and you're instantly alive. That's like a gift of the masculine, and especially this is a gift of the masculine to the feminine, which is probably why my advice works so well for you, little feminine pussy. That was a bit mean, sorry. It's with love, man. You take just a few of the actionable steps that we spoke about today, you will improve your work and your brain, like your focus. You're destroying this brain fog. Solid 10, 20, 30, 50%. That's life-changing. Comment on this video, boost it with the algorithm so that more guys can see this and we can save more men and get them to be more productive members of society. Because when you walk around and you're there with your woman, you want that random guy who's walking past you, you want him to be like watching our kind of videos. He's improved his brain, he's improved his mental health, he's a productive member of society, he's helping your country improve. You really want more guys learning about this. So do what you can to like spread this channel, main channel, share, do all the things. I'm not even saying this as a YouTuber. I'm working as a really purposeful guy these days. And the way I see it is like I want to get as many men as possible to be healthier and also to be productive members of society. So spread this message as far as you can, because it benefits both of us. It benefits your future wife. It benefits your children. Yeah. See you tomorrow, bro. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah!